Now I am telling MTech software engineering subject Android application development. This is first lesson Android application. Here first chapter is Hello Android, like first program, first Android application. Here this chapter covers background of mobile application development, what is Android and what is not it, what isn't, and introduction to Android SDK features, which Android runs on, why should develop for mobile and Android, introduction of Android SDK development framework. Here Android represents an exciting new opportunity to write innovative applications for increasingly wide range of devices. In Android, the native and third-party applications are written with the same API and executed at the same runtime. API features hardware access, video recording, location-based support, background services, all these things, 3D graphics. Here, this chapter describes how these API application interfaces to create your own Android application. You want to create own application, own Android application, own apps. In this chapter we learn about the some guidelines about the mobile and embedded software, embedded hardware development, and features available in Android development. First, what Android is not it. Android is not the following. Java ME implementation is not there in Android. Java mobile edition. Android is not the following. Android applications are written using Java language only. Android applications are written by Java language, but they are not run in the Java mobile edition. Not run the Java mobile edition. Applications we can use Java language, but cannot run in the Java mobile edition, like virtual machine. And Java compiled classes and executable not natively in the Android. Classes is not there here. And part of Linux Phone Standards Forum or Open Mobile Alliance. Here Android runs on the open source Linux kernel, but their goals are similar. Android's complete software stack approaches goes further focus on the standard defined organizations. Next, simply the application layer such as a UIQ or S20. Android does not include the application layer. Android also describes the entire software stack, API libraries and application themselves only. Underlying operating system. Next, mobile phone handset. Android introduces reference design for the mobile handset manufacturer. This Android has been designed to support many alternative hardware devices. Next, here what is the difference to Google Answer to iPhone to Android difference. Here iPhone is fully proprietary hardware and software by single company only, Apple company only, whereas Android is an open source software stack supported by Open Handset Alliance and designed to operate in any compatible devices. Here next, what is Android? First, Android is an open platform for mobile development. Here one scientist, Google company scientist, Andy Rubin describes Android as a first truly opened comprehensive platform for mobile devices. It includes operating system, and user interface and applications. It is a truly open platform for mobile devices. It includes operating system, user interface and applications. All software to run on mobile phone, but without property obstacles have been binded to the mobile innovation. There is a definition of Android. Describe Android description like this. Here Android ecosystem can be made up of combination of three components are there. First one is free open source operating system for embedded devices. Next one is Android open source development platform for creating applications. Next, devices, particularly mobile phones, run on the Android operating system, and applications created for it. Here Android also several different parts are there for Android. Compatibility definition document and compatibility test suite. Describe capabilities required for a device to support the software stack. Next, Linux operating system kernel, open source libraries, user interface framework, set of core pre-installed applications, SDK, software development kit for creating applications, used for applications. Next, native Android applications. Here Android devices comes with the pre-installed applications as a part of Android open source project, including but not necessarily limited to the following are email client, SMS management application. These are all pre-installed applications. Email pre-installed, SMS pre-installed, a full PIM, personal information management suite, including calendar, contact list, honor, calendar, contact, and web-based web browser, and music player and picture gallery, camera, video recording applications, calculator, home screen, alarm, and Google mobile applications are there, like Google Play Store and Google Maps application and Gmail application and Google Talk, YouTube video player, YouTube. Here data stored and used by many of these applications, such as contact details, data stored, here open source nature of Android means carriers like customized user interface applications bundled with open source, nothing but we can run in any company of mobiles like HTC, Motorola, Samsung, all these things. Next, Android SDK features. What are the different features are there for Android SDK? Features are here GSM, Edge, 3G, 4G, LTE networks for telephone data transfer enable you to make and receive calls or SMS to send and retrieve data across the mobile networks, and comprehensive API for location based services such as GPS and network based detection. Full support for application that integrates map control as a part of their user interfaces, Wi-Fi hardware access to peer-to-peer connection, full multimedia hardware control including playback recording with camera and microphone, media libraries for playing, recording variety of audio and video, image formats, and APIs using sensor hardware including accelerometer, compasses, barometer, all these things. Libraries for using Bluetooth, NFC hardware, peer-to-peer data transfer, IPC message passing, and shared data store for API like contact, social networking, calendar, multimedia, background services, application process, home screen and live wallpapers are there. Features, integrated applications are there. Open source HTML5 WebKit based browser is there. 3D graphics and 2D graphics libraries are there. Localization, like different features are there, like Wi-Fi, GPS, all these things. Here accessing hardware including camera, GPS, sensors are there. Here Android includes API libraries to simplify development involving the device hardware and different devices to create the Android applications. Here SDK, Android SDK includes the location based hardware like a GPS, global position system, camera, audio, network connection, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth sensors including accelerometers, NFC, touchscreen, power management, all possibilities, some hardware API, all are there, of different features. And data transfer can be done by using Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and NFC. These technologies offer a variety of techniques for sharing data between the pair devices depending upon the hardware available. Next, maps and geocoding location based services are there. Here for database, they can use SQLite database for data storage and retrieval. Here Android provides lightweight relational database for each applications via SQLite. Application take advantage of managing relational database, store data securely and effectively. The databases and content providers are covered afterwards. Here shared data and inter-application communications can be used, and widgets and live wallpapers are used for enhancing home screen. And cloud also we can use for storing data in cloud. For optimization, memory and process management, this can be done. Like Java and .NET, Android uses own runtime and virtual memory to manage the application memory. Android runs and also manages the process lifetime. Android ensures the application representativeness to stop killing the process and necessary to free the resources for high priority applications. Here high priority applications, given the application to which we use the interactive, ensure the application to be prepared. Next, what does the Android run on? This topic. Here first Android mobile handset can be T-Mobile graphical interface. It was released in US in October 2008. By beginning of 2012, more than 300 million Android devices can be sold. More than 39 manufacturers. The Android history. In more than 123 countries, 231 different networks. Android designed to support large variety of hardware platforms, from smartphone to tablets and television. Android comparatively low. Why develop for mobile? This is also there. In market terms, the emergence of modern mobile smartphones, multifunction devices like developed for mobile for using multifunction devices featuring a full web browser, camera, media player, Wi-Fi, location-based services. And people interact with the mobile devices and access the internet, all these things. Mobile phone ownership can be easily surfaces computer ownership compared to computer ownership in many countries. Here, increasing popularity of mobile smartphones, increasing the availability of high-speed mobile data, Wi-Fi hotspot, all these things. Now, why develop Android? Android represents a clean break mobile framework based on the reality of the modern mobile devices design developer. It is simply powerful and open software development kit. No license fees, excellent documentation. Android represents the opportunity to create software and change how people use the mobile phones. Here, for Android, no certification required for become the Android developer. Google Play provides free and upfront purchase in-app building options, distribution, monetization of your applications. No approval process for application distribution. Developers have total control over their brands. Here next, what the Android has that other platforms do not have. Next one. Here many features listed previously like 3D graphics, native database support, and other native mobile SDK is become available on mobile browsers. Here Google Map applications are there. These are hugely popular. Android offers Google Map. And background services and applications are there. Maybe streaming music players and tracking the stock market, changes a portfolio. These things like shared data and enterprise communication is there. Perform processing and sharing data. Data storage and files are private. All these things. Next, all applications are created equal. Next, Wi-Fi Direct and Android Beam is there, and home screen widget, live wallpapers, all these things are there. Android Beam is there. Android Beam is the NFC based API, provides support for proximately based interaction, while Wi-Fi Direct offers wide range of peer-to-peer reliable high-speed communication. Next, what comes in the Android box? Here Android applications has the Android API development tools, Android virtual device manager and emulator, full documentation, simple code. Online support. For understanding Android software stack, you can use different elements, stack of elements, Linux kernel libraries, Android runtime, core libraries, Android framework, application layer, all these things. Application layer consists of native APIs, third-party apps, developer apps. Application framework consists of location-based services and content providers, window manager, activity manager, and Bluetooth notifications, views, resource manager, all these things. Libraries consist of graphics, media, SQLite, SSL, Surface Manager, and Android runtime consists of Android libraries and Dalvik virtual machine. Linux kernel consists of hardware devices, power management, process management, memory management. All this done by Linux kernel. Libraries are different. Application frameworks are like this. Application layers are like this. And it consists of all these things. This is an Android software stack. Android software stack has application layer, application framework, libraries, Linux kernel. There's 4 types. Next, Android application architecture. Architecture has a activity manager, fragment manager, views, notification manager, content providers, resource manager, intents, all these things. So like this, first chapter is covered. Next chapter has a getting started is there. In this chapter, you are developing for Android. Android feature includes the different tools and APIs. Android applications can be run on the Dalvik virtual machine. In Dalvik virtual machine, here applications can be run on the computers like including Microsoft Windows XP. We want to develop the apps by using the computer support is Windows Microsoft XP and later, Mac OS 10.5 and later, Linux GNU library 2.7 and later. To get started, we need for developing Android applications, we need the Android SDK starter package and Java development kit JDK 5 and 6 SDK starter package. If the JDK already installed, make sure that meet the requirements. JRE is not sufficient. Here downloading and installing Android SDK, I'll tell you. Download the latest version of SDK starter pack, Android SDK. The Android development home page is http://developer.android.com SDK index.html. The starter package has a zip file contain the latest version of Android tools, and unzipping the folder. There are 100 different versions are there, from Android 4 to different versions are there. Here Android 4 documentation is there, SDK platform, Android 3, Android 2, like different versions are there. Downloading and installing the updates of SDK. Next, new version of Android framework, code documentation. Now this can be developed by using Eclipse. For this one we can use the text editor or Java IDE interface editor. Eclipse is mainly popular for the open source IDE for Java development. It can be downloaded by Eclipse Organization Downloads. Eclipse. Here Eclipse many variations are available. Eclipse 3.5 Galileo edition, Eclipse 3.7 Indigo edition is there. Eclipse Classic we can download. So using Android developer tools to plug in to the for the Eclipse. Here Android development tool plug into the integrates with the following into Eclipse can be done by Android project wizard. Simplify the new projects, include the basic application template, and forms based manifest layout resource editor help to create the edit validate the XML resources. Automated building Android projects, conversion to Android executables package files, APK files, installation packages to the virtual machine. Android virtual device manager lets you create and manage the virtual devices, emulate the run the specific release of Android OS. Next, Android emulator, this is main, including the ability to control emulator appearance, network connection settings, ability to simulate incoming calls and messages. Next, access to device emulator file system, runtime debugging, all Android outputs. Here install the ADK plugin, install software from the then Eclipse. Add button can be used. Here in the Eclipse we can open the Eclipse and then install the new software. Click the add button. In the next dialog box, the development tools like this one. Here we write the location of Eclipse location and then press OK. Eclipse searches the ADT Android Development Tool plugin. Clicking the checkbox for developer tools and then click next. ADT plugin installation. Here they have shown the figure how the ADT plugin installation in the Eclipse. The Eclipse now downloaded to the plugin. Accept the license agreement and next and finish. When installation completed, restart the Eclipse and update the ADT. Restart window. Select the Android from the left panel. Next, update the ADT plugin. Next, first Android application. How we can run. First application can be write. Next, create the Android project for first. After downloading SDK, install the Eclipse is there now. Plugin also available. Here the click on the new Android object, Android project in Android Studio. Click on the file, new project. Select the Android project application type for Android folder and click next. Create the workspace is there. Wizard appears here. Here new project details are like project name is there, name of the project file, and select the location of your project can be saved. Project name can be entered and project location can be entered, and then click next. Next page we have select the build target for your application. Build target is a version of Android SDK development kit. The open source SDK libraries are there. Here the Android 4 is there, API is there. You can select the Android 4 or 5, anything. Select the building target. Yes. Building target does not need to corresponding minimal SDK or target SDK. Next, the final page is it allows to specify the application properties. Application name is the friendly name for your application. Package name specifies Java package, and create activity option. Let's specify the name of the class. Initial activity, setting the minimal SDK. Create the minimum version of SDK for application will run. Here new Android project. The final page is the application name we can write like hello world like this, and package name specifies Java package. Next, create activity, specify the name of the class create activity like my activity. Next, minimum SDK, minimum version of SDK that application run, and then click finish. Next, creating here the new project is created. Next, create the Android virtual device now. Here Android virtual device is used to simulate the hardware and software configuration of different Android devices, allow you to test your application a variety of hardware platforms. No pre-built AVD is there in SDK. So without the physical Android device, you can create at least 1 hour before. You can run the debug your application. For debugging running application, you can create the Android virtual device in the computer. You can also link with Android mobile also. Now here we are creating Android virtual device. Here the select window and then Android virtual device manager icon in the Eclipse toolbar and select the new button and create the Android virtual device. Configure the name, target of the build, SD card capacity, new device skin, and create the new Android virtual device called, you can write the name myAVD, targets or Android SDK, and create AVD. Create the launching configurations here. Launching configurations can be specified project and activity to launch, develop deployment target and emulator launching parameters, input and output settings, and create AVD. The name is there and then target is there. Here they have given some SD card size and skin, all these things, and hardware is there, they are given. And then we can create the AVD. Here select the run configuration, select the application, enter the name of the configuration, here create the startup options, and at top select the project to run, under activity start debug the application. Here the project can be there, default activity. Next, Android virtual device, where it can be done. Here use the target tab, select the default virtual device to launch in, select the manual, select the physical virtual device. Here target tab, you can click the target tab, and then select the default virtual device to launch on. Or select manual. Here we can select the automatic, like myAVD. We can create virtual device, and then we can click the apply and select the additional properties, click apply, launch the configuration to be saved, and running the debugging application now. Now create the first project like hello world, printing hello world. Here we use the ADT plugin, compile the current project, convert into the Android executable file.dx, execute the project resources into the Android package APK, start the virtual device, install the application onto the target device, start the application. We are debugging the Eclipse debugger to be attached. Here works correctly. Here emulator, Android emulator can be shown. We will see the new activity is running. See the new activity is running here. You will see the Android emulator, same Android picture is like Android virtual device can become, and we print the output hello world like this after running this program by using Eclipse. Your hello world program consists of a code package, import Android app.activity, Android OS.bundle, public class main activity extends activity, and then public void on create bundle, saved instance state, super.on create, saved instance state, set content view. All these things are there. Here different types of Android applications are there. Foreground, background, this all we will discuss in the next class. Different types of applications, foreground applications, background, intermittent and live wallpapers, all these things. Developing Android plus Android debug bridge, all this we can externalize resources, Android activities we can for the next class. Subscribe to my channel Technology Education by PVK.